guys, it's Lily. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today, I have a testimony type video for you. I'm really excited to share it. I've been waiting to share this with you for a couple weeks now. Yeah, it's kind of like a story time slash testimony slash miracle video. So I'm just gonna start from the beginning if you haven't heard what's been going on in my life. So basically, about a month ago, I think, I have been living with my grandparents ever since March. So ever since COVID happened, I've been living with my grandparents, so my grandma and my step-grandpa. It has been such a blessing. I mean, just living with them, hanging out with them, just growing with them in our relationship together, and I just loved living with them. The only problem is that I still was working, and I work with the public at Target. And also during COVID, I got engaged. So in June, I got engaged. With these things happening, with me going out, hanging out with my fiance now, and wanting to build that relationship, and then also be at work, and then also hang out with friends, it was really hard for me to pick what side I wanted to be on. Not that I had to pick sides, but at the end of the day, I needed to decide what was best for me and for my grandparents, because I was really putting them in danger of COVID. And also, they hadn't been able to see their other grandkid, so my cousin, who is 10 months old, they haven't been able to see her this whole time because of, COVID. And also, I've been living there. I could expose her to COVID. I could expose them to COVID. And so it was just this whole big thing. And so pretty much what happened was about a month ago, the numbers started going up because things started opening up. People started going out and doing more things, and the numbers started rising and spreading a lot quicker. My grandparents just really didn't feel comfortable with me living there anymore. It had nothing to do with me. It's just my life, and my lifestyle is way different than their life. I mean, they're older. I don't think if they got COVID, they would die, but I do think that they would get it very seriously and be very harmful for them. Whereas for me, I'm 19, I'm healthy. If I got COVID, it wouldn't be a super big deal. But I needed to take responsibility for myself and think about them instead of me. We decided that the best option would be for me to move out. Also, my parents, they didn't really want me moving in with them because they are really, really scared of COVID, and they just have a lot of fear about it, and they didn't feel comfortable letting me back into the house if I, didn't obey their rules that they set, which was basically I could only go to work and that's it. I couldn't go and hang out with friends. I couldn't go and hang out with Jack and his family and stuff like that, which is really important to me. And also, planning a wedding, I need to be in contact with a lot of people. I need to be in contact with vendors, with Jack, with his family, with my family, and I can't just be sitting at home doing these things. And I feel like for me, it's important that I go and connect with these people and talk and stuff like that. And so this part of my life, I just feel like I can't be sheltered. I can't be afraid, even though you may not agree with that, but that's just how I feel. And I know that if I got sick with COVID, I could get sick, but I don't think that, I'm not afraid that I would die. I'm not afraid that I would be as severe as my grandparents. So we decided that it would be best if I get an apartment. And this was also another factor of me needing to get an apartment so soon, is that I wanted to go to my best friend's wedding. And at one point, I was not gonna go. At one point, I literally was gonna call her one day and tell her I wasn't gonna go. That was really the deciding factor of whether or not I would stay at my grandparents or not. Florida is such a high risk for COVID. I think it's California and then Florida and Texas. It's super high in COVID, but she's literally my best friend. I was her maid of honor, and so I wasn't gonna go. And then I just thought about it for a day, and I just felt the Lord was just Lily, I want you to go. I know that may seem scary. I know a lot of things are going to be different if you do go, but I want you to go. And there's a reason why I want you to go. And so I was this seems so out of God's character that he wants me to go and risk myself. But I knew that that's what I wanted to do. So I told her to call me in the morning, and then at night I ended up calling her and telling her that I was going, when really that phone call was going to be me telling her I wasn't going to go. So I ended up going to Florida, and I'm so glad I did. Now I know why God wanted me to go. I met some amazing people, some people that I call family now, that really just changed my life and changed the way I think and really the way I want to live my life. And now I know why God wanted me to go and risk my life. And also, because I decided that I wanted to go to Florida, that was really the deciding factor that I needed to get an apartment. Apartment searching is so stressful. So stressful. So I started, and literally I was apartment searching for 2 days. I went on apartments.com, I went on rent.com, I went on like literally every website. I went on apartment complexes websites. I emailed them, I called them, I did literally everything. But the thing is that I'm getting married in 9 months, and usually apartments lease for 12 months. And the thing is that's really tricky is that Jack lives an hour away from where I live now and where I work and where I'm going to school. And so I can't live where he lives and go to school and go to work right now, because that would be so much driving, and that's just not logical. So I couldn't sign a 12-month lease because I'm getting married in 9 months. And so I would have to either end my lease early or live there with him, and we would have to commute, or I would have to commute. Like, it was really hard to find an apartment with less than 12-month lease. And also, I have no furniture. I've never lived on my own. I would literally be starting from scratch. I have no pots, pans, silverware, dishes. I don't even have a chair. I have a bed and a desk, and that's it. Like, I don't have anything else. And so that was really stressful, because I would literally have to get some furniture and then end up donating it or selling it or something, because we want to get new furniture that we want for our apartment, and I don't want to buy that right now. I was just stuck in between. I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to buy a furniture. If I have to buy furniture, I'll just sell it. Like, I don't know. It was just so confusing. So I was apartment searching now for about a week. It was getting so exhausting. I was so stressed out. Literally everything was just crumbling down, and I was about to leave for Florida. And my grandma and I sat down one day to talk at lunch. We had lunch every day together, and she told me that she had a friend that does Airbnbs. She was like, let's think outside the box. Maybe, I know that Airbnbs now, like, sometimes they rent out for a few months at a time. Maybe she would rent out her Airbnb. And I was like, okay, we can try that, I guess, and see where she lives. So she contacted her friend, and her friend said she didn't have any availability until like November. And I needed to move out in, like, at that time, like 4 weeks. But by the time I got back from Florida, it would be 2 weeks that I needed to move out. And so November was way too long. I couldn't wait that long. And she said, well, I have a friend that does Airbnbs. She helped me get into Airbnbs, and so maybe I can give you her contact information. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know where she lives. I don't know the area. I don't know if it's gonna be out of my way. I don't know, like, what it's gonna cost. And so my budget, I really wanted to be low. And the thing is, when you have a low budget, you're either gonna live in a really like bad neighborhood. It's not gonna be good, not furnished, and I'm gonna be living on my own. I just want to feel safe where I'm living. That was another problem, is like, when you have a low budget, you kind of have to just get what you get. Basically, I contacted her friend, and she contacted me back, and she was so nice. Basically, she has this Airbnb where she lives like on the bottom. It's kind of like a house, but her upstairs is an apartment. And so I have like my own like area to walk into. I have like my own front door. I have a living area. I have a bathroom. I have a bedroom. I have a kitchenette. So it's not a full kitchen. There's a like hot plate. There's a microwave. There's a convection oven, all that kind of stuff. And I'm the only one living there. Also, I asked her, where is it? Like, I don't know, because it sounded great. But I was like, if it's not in the area that I need, like, I can't. And it's literally right in between work, right in between school, right in between Jack, right in between like my church. And so it's literally like right smack dab in the middle of everything. So it doesn't take long to get to anywhere. And so that was like, oh my gosh, God, like, this is a blessing. Prior to all of this happening, I was praying, I was fasting, I was literally on my knees, like praying, like going on walks and just praying every morning, like, God, please, like, give me some direction. I don't know what to do. Like, help me. When this was all like happening, I was like, oh my gosh, God, like I felt peace about it. All other apartments and all apartment complexes that were contacting me back, I just felt so not at peace. I felt gross about it. I just didn't have any peace. But when this happened and came into my life, I was like, I feel like this is God. And so then I told her, like, I'm getting married in 9 months and I can't stay for like more than 9 months. And also I don't have a huge budget because I'm gonna be part-time working and I'm gonna be pretty much in full-time school. And so I can't afford something really expensive. She lowered her cost, the stay, not by half, but like by like 40%. She lowered it, and she accommodated me. That was just like a blessing. And it's fully furnished. There's couches and chairs and a bed and a TV and Wi-Fi. That's all included. And I don't have to pay any utilities or garbage or electricity or heat or water. Like, I don't have to pay any of that. It's all included. I don't have to pay for any furniture. I don't have to pay for any silverware, for any plates. Like, I don't have to do any of that. It's all included. And so all of this coming together, it was just like a miracle. Like, literally, because I prayed, because I got down on my knees and I just begged God to answer my prayers, He made it happen. Like, it was amazing. And I'm still in shock of what He's done. And even though I'm still nervous because I've never spent this much money before, I've never had bills really to pay. I pay my car off, my car insurance, but like, I don't really have any bills. And so this is scary going to the season. But what I've heard God say in this season is that He wants me to hold His hand and let Him guide me, that He's going to protect me. He's going to be my provider. That is the scripture that He's put on my heart, is that He's a provider. He's going to provide for me and I don't have to worry. And so it's literally just a miracle that all of this happened. And if you do not believe in the power of prayer, I just encourage you to just pray. Even if you don't believe in God, even if you're not in a relationship with God, I encourage you to maybe one day just pray and see what He does, because you never know what He'll do if you just open your mouth and pray. And so that is why I'm just such an advocate of prayer and of, just telling people to pray, because it works. It really works. And if you don't pray, He can't do anything. He wants you to pray to Him and He wants you to have a relationship with Him. If you don't believe in miracles, like, look at my life. And I know this may look small to you, compared to other stories, or may it look huge to you. None of this would really have happened if it weren't for God, because everything on my checklist came true with this housing situation. Like, my budget, the leasing situation, not having any furniture, being fully furnished. Like, literally every checkbox was checked, and it was really a miracle, and nothing else could have made this happen except for God. And He used other people. He used my grandma and He used her friend to make this happen. I just encourage you to pray, be more prayerful and more consistent. And I hope this encouraged you guys. I can't wait to show you the new place. Yeah, so I will do a moving vlog and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about that. So I hope this encouraged you guys. I love you so much. And make sure to go follow me on my Instagram, because they saw this all first. They heard about this all first. So that is Lily_bear with 3 R's. Make sure to go check that out. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.